Assalamualaikum. Hi, my name is Vania Finka from 11 PPLG 1. Here, I will tell you some story that will certainly be exciting. Enjoy! The Golden Touch. This is the story of a very greedy rich man who changed upon meeting a fairy. The fairies are walking around. Suddenly, the fairy hair got caught in some tree branches. And there was a man who helped so that the fairy would not get stuck again, releasing her head an opportunity to make even more money. He asked for a wish in return for helping the fairy. He said, "All that I touch shall turn to gold," and his wish was granted by the grateful fairy. The greedy man rushed home to tell his wife and daughter about his newborn, all the while touching stones and pebbles and converting them into gold. Once he got home, his daughter rushed to get him. As soon as he bent down to scoop her up in his arms, she turned to a gold statue. He realized his folly and spent the rest of his day searching for the fairy to take away his wish. Moral of the story: greed will always lead to downfall. 11 and Friends. One day, an 11 wandered into a forest in search of friends. He saw a monkey on a tree. Will you be my friend?" asked the 11. Replied the monkey, "You are too big. You cannot swing from the trees like me." Next, the 11 met a rabbit. He asked him to be his friend, but the rabbit said, "You are too big to play in my burrow." Then the 11 met a frog. "Will you be my best friend?" he asked. "How I can?" asked the frog. "You are too big to leap about like me." The 11 was upset him with a fox neck. "Will you be my friend?" he asked the fox. The fox said, "Sorry, sir, you are too big." The next day, the 11 saw all the animals in the forest running for their lives. The 11 asked them what the water was. The bear replied, "There is a tiger in the forest. He's trying to gobble us all up." The animals all ran away to hide. The 11 wondered what he could do to solve everyone in the forest. Meanwhile, the tiger kept eating up whoever he could find. The 11 walked up to the tiger and said, "Please, Mr. Tiger, do not do not eat up this poor animal." "Mind your own business," growled the tiger. The 11 has no choice but to give the tiger a hefty kick. The frightened tiger ran for his life. The 11 amulet back to into the forest to announce the good news to everyone. All animals thanks to 11. They said, "You are just the right size to be our friend." The ant and the dog. One day, an ant was searching for some water. After walking around for some time, they came a spring. To reach the spring, she had to climb up a blade of grass. While making her way up, she slipped that and fell into the water. She could have drowned if a dove up a nearby tree had not seen her. Saying that the ant was in trouble, the dove quickly plucked off a leaf and dropped it into the water near the struggling ant. The ant moved toward the leaf, and climbed up there. Soon it carried her safely to dry ground. Just at that time, a hunter nearby was throwing out his net toward the dove, hoping to trap it. Guessing what he was about to do, the ant quickly bit him on the heel. Feeling the pain, the hunter dropped his net. The dove was quickly to fly away to safety. Counting wisely. Akbar once put a question to this court that left everyone puzzled. As they all tried to figure out the answer, Birbal walked in and asked what the matter was. They repeat the question to him. How many crows are there in the city? Birbal immediately smiled when up to Akbar and announced that the answer to his question was 21,523. When asked how he knew the answer, Berber replied, ask your men to count the number of crows. If there are more than the crows, relatives from the outside the city are visiting them. In there are fewer, then the crows are visiting their relatives outside the city. Please with the answer. Akbar present Birbal with a ruby and pearl chain. Moral of the story, having an explanation for your answer is just as important as having an answer. The crystal ball. Nasir found a crystal ball behind a banyan tree in his garden. When the tree told him it would grant him a wish, he thought and thought, but could not come up with anything he wanted. So he kept the crystal ball in his bag and waited till the cold decided on his wish. They went by, Days went by without him making a wish, but his best friend saw him looking at the crystal ball. He stole it from Nasir and showed it to everyone in the village. They all asked for place on and gold, but could not make more than one wish. In the end, everyone was angry because no one could have everything they want. They became very unhappy and decided to ask Nasir for help. Nasir wished that everything would become and it one was before the villagers had tried to satisfy their greed. The palace and gold vanished and the villagers grew happy and content once again. Moral of the story, money and wealth do not bring happiness. Thank you.